Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. We are the group 3. Our topic today is topic 2. So, this is the reporter, Garoche Benji G, Villacruz K. Mark, Joel Gale, Lopez Giancarlo, De La Peña Ivan Kurt, and Cruzada Mark Christian.
Good morning, ma'am, and I am the first reporter. My topic is about eschatologia. So, I will read first before I discuss. So, eschatologia, it is also called coprolalia, deviant sexual practice in which sexual pressure and obtain all throughout the compulsive use of obscene language. The affected person commonly satisfy his desire through obscene telephone calls or telephone eschatologia. Usually to strangers, no? Ito yung coprolalia, isang lihis na gawaing sexual. Na kung saan nakukuha ang sexual na kasiyahan sa pamamagitan ng mapilit na paggamit ng mga malalaswang salita. Ang main dito na ibig sabihin is yung paggamit natin ng telepono, no? All calls, ayan. Yung mga pagtawag natin sa mga estranghero, sa mga hindi natin kakilala, is yung isang tao is parang na doon pa siya mismo na satisfy sa mga stranger person. So, proceed tayo. Related terms are coproprasia, performing obscene or forbidden gestures. Yan. Ito naman yung corporarisya is paggawa ng malaswa o pinagbabawal na kilos. Yan. Ano ba yung mga pinagbabawal na kilos? Yung mga pinagbabawal na kilos natin is yung mga pagkilos nating na mga malaswa. So, corporahilia is making obscene writing or drawing. Dito naman is paggawa ng malalaswang paggawa ng malaswang pagsulat o pagguguhit. Yan yung mga ginagawa ng mga ibang tao na kunyari, example sa walls, pag-drawing ng malaswang salita and text. Malaswang text, then pag-drawing, drawing sa mga walls na mga pagguhit. Yan. So, next na tayo sa next reporter, sa necrophilia.
So I'm the next reporter, Joel Gali. So my topic is necrophilia. Necrophilia is also called thanatophilia, and necrolagenia is the sexual attraction to corpse. The word is artificially derived from ancient Greek necros, corpse or dead, and philia or friendship. So ang necrophilia ay isang disorder na kung saan ang isang tao ay nakikipagtalik sa bangkay or yung mga taong sexual attraction sa sa mga dead body. Tsaka yung mga ganito is nangyari na nung unang panahon tsaka hanggang ngayon sa kasalukuyan.
Villacruz K. Mark. My topic is zoophobia. Zoophobia is the practice of sex between humans and animals, also known as bestiality, bestosexual. It came from the Greek zoon, animal, and philia, friendship or love. Also known as zoosexuality, a person who practice zoophilia is known as zoophile. Ang zoophilia daw is isang sexual disorder sa mga animals. Sila ay nakikipagtalik sa pagitan ng mga tao at hayop. Kilala rin sila bilang bestiality or bestosexual. Ito ay nanggaling sa Greek zoon. For example, pag may nakita kang aso sa daan na maganda, parang na-attract ka sa kanya, parang nalilibugan ka.
My name is Giancarlo Lopez. So, mysophilia. So mysophilia is obtaining sexual arousal and gratification by a filthy surrounding. Put simply, this is getting horny from smelling, chewing, or rubbing against dirty underwear. So, etong mysophilia po is na-obtain po yung sexual arousal po through the filthy surrounding. For example nito, yung nagiging horny po kayo dun sa pag-smell, chewing, or rubbing sa mga maduduming underwear. So, yung mysophilia po is a Greek. Yung Greek po niya na name is myso, and uncleanness plus philia, kaya po zoophilia. So, yung mga mysophiliacs is yung po mga people with mysophilia to be aroused by unclean locations such as an alleyway or a dirty room, bathroom, and behavior wearing the same clothing, not bathing for many days at a time, and so forth. So, itong mga tao na po na may mysophilia po is nagsusot po sila ng same clothing and hindi po sila naliligo ng ilang araw or ilang linggo.
Name is Ivan Kurt de la Peña. Ang report ko ngayon is category of sexual abnormalities. Number 1, heterosexual. This refers to sexual desire towards the opposite sex. This normal sexual behavior socially and medically acceptable. Dito naman, yung sexual attraction sa opposite sex. Normal lang to sa atin na sexual na pag-uugali. Halimbawa nito is yung lalaki attracted siya sa babae. Yon, gano'n. Number 2, homosexual. This refers to relationship or having a sexual desire towards member of his, her own gender. The term homosexual can be applied to either or man or woman, but female homosexual are usually called lesbians. Ito naman yung yung sexual attraction or desire sa pares na sex. Halimbawa nito is yung babae nagkagusto sa babae, tawag doon is lesbian. Dito naman sa number 3, infantosexual. This refers to sexual gratification towards an immature person, such as pedophilia. Ito naman yung sexual attraction sa mga immature person. Halimbawa nito is nagkagusto ka sa isip bata na pag-uugali. Yun. Number 4, sexual. This refers to the sexual gratification towards animals. Ito yung sexual attraction sa mga animals. Halimbawa nito is nagkipagtalik ka sa baboy or baka. Kinangkot mo. Yun, gano'n yun. Autosexual. It is a form of self-abuse or solitary vice carried without the cooperation of another person to the induction of a state of erection of the genital organs and the achievement of the orgasm by manual or mechanical stimulation. Ito naman yung sexual arousal. Halimbawa nito is ito yung taong nagmamasturbate para ma-achieve yung sexual pleasure niya. Tapos hindi siya nag-involve ng ibang tao. Yun lang po ang aking report. Salamat.
Number 6, gerontophilia. This refers to a sexual desire with elder person. Dito naman sa gerontophilia is sexual desire nagkaka-sexual desire sa mga matatanda. Then number 7, necrophilia is this refers to a sexual prevention to characterized by erotic desire or actual sexual intercourse with corpse. Pag sinabi natin corpse is ito yung mga nagkaka-interest sa mga dead body. Like sa sinabi kanina diniscuss ni Joel. So ito yon si necrophilia. So incest, this refers to a sexual relationship between person who by reason of blood relationship cannot legally marry. Ito naman yung sa incest is ito yung mga sexual relationship is mga magkamag-anak or mga kalapit nitong kamag-anak.
So under sex, we have 3 types. A. Sexual anesthesia. This refers to the absence of sexual desire or arousal during sexual act in women. So, itong sexual anesthesia po, ito po yung nagre-refer to dun sa absence ng sexual desire or arousal during sexual act in women. B. Dyspareunia, it refers to the painful sexual act in women. So, for example, nito yung mga virgin pa ng mga babae. So, yung si Viginimus, it refers to the painful spasm of the vagina during sexual act. So, itong number C, i-refer to dun sa painful daw na paglabas-pasok ng ari ng isang lalaki sa vagina during sexual act.
Next topic is sexual abnormalities. So, as to mode of sexual expression or way of sexual satisfaction. So, ito yung mga way nila or pamamaraan kung paano sila magiging satisfied during sexual act. So, number 1 is oralism. This refers to the use of the mouth as a way of sexual gratification. So, dito sa oralism is bunganga yung ginagamit dito. This includes any of the following. So, philaletio or erumation. The female agent receives the penis of a man into her mouth and by friction with the lips and tongue coupled with act sucking and sexual organ. So dito, yung ari ng babae sinusubo ng babae while pinaikot-ikot sa sa lips or sinaswalo sa dila. Then cunnilingus, the sexual gratification is attained by licking or sucking the external female genital. So dito naman, yung ari ng babae ay kunwari pinapasok mo yung kamay mo or kinakain mo, gano'n. So next, analism or anilingus, it is a form of sexual perversion wherein a person derives excitement by licking the anus of another person of either sex. So ito sa analysm is excited yung isang tao dito na dila-dilaan yung pet ng pet ng another person kasi sa pamamagitan nito dito sila nasasatisfied. So yun lang.
Sadomasochism. Algolad niya, this refers to painful act as factor for gratification. The example of this flagellation, it is sexual deviation associated specifically with the act of whipping or being whipped. Ang sadomasochism daw is, ito ay tumutukoy sa isang masakit na gawa bilang salik ng kasiyahan. Ang halimbawa nito ay flagellation. Ito ay isang sexual na paglihis na particular na naugnay sa aktong paghahagupit. Next. E. Sadism. This refers to the attainment of pain and humiliation from the opposite sex as the primary factor for sexual gratification. Ang sadism daw is, ito ay tumutukoy sa pagkamit ng sakit at kahihiyan mula sa kabaligtaran na kasarian bilang pangunahing kadahilan para sa sexual na kasiyahan. F. Fetishism. It is a form of sexual perversion wherein the real or fantasized presence of an object or bodily part is necessary for sexual stimulation and or gratification. Ang fetishism daw ay ito ay isang anyo ng sexual na perversion kung saan ang tunay na pantasyang presensya ng isang bagay o bahagi ng katawan ay kailangan sa sexual na pagpapasigla at kasiyahan. Ito lamang po.
Letter D. Sexual abnormalities as to the part of the body. Sodomy. This refers to the sexual act through anus of another human being. Ito yung sexual act na involve yung pet ng isang tao. Dito naman sa uranism, this refers to the attainment of sexual gratification by fingering, fondling with breast, licking part of the body, etc. Dito naman, nahanap ng isang tao sexual pleasure yung pag-lick ng katawan or fondling a breast. Yon. Dito naman sa frat age, it is form of sexual gratification characterized by the compulsive desire of a person to rub his sex organs against some parts of the body of another. Ito naman yung pag-rub ng ari sa katawan ng ibang tao. Yun lang. Salamat. Naman!
E. Sexual abnormalities as to visual stimulus. Number 1, voyeurism. It is a form of sexual perversion characterized by a compulsion to peep to see person undress or perform other personal activities. The offender is sometimes called peeping Tom. The person masturbates in excess. So itong voyeurism po, ito yung form ng sexual perversion. Ito yung paninilip sa isang individual or tao na nandoon sa comfort room na for example umiihi, tapos naghuhubad, naliligo. Yun yung mga activities ng voyeurism.
Number 2, mixoscopia or scoptophilia. It refers to a perversion wherein sexual pleasure is attained by watching couple during their sex intimacies. So, dito, na sasatisfy yung isang tao sa panonood during sex of a couple. So, meaning, pag naninilip or nanonood ng bold sa cellphone ng couple, doon sila nasasatisfy yung isang tao or person sa paninilip or panonood ng sex couple. Tama? Ayun. So, maliwanag ba? Okay, papasa natin kay Mark Rosada Christian.
Ang mga pagbabago sa sexual na pag-ugali ay nagresulta sa mas mahabang panahon na maraming seryo magkasabay na relasyon. Number 2 na. Number 2, pluralism is a form of sexual definition in which a group of persons participate in the sexual practice. 2 or more couples may perform sexual act in a prom and they may even agree to exchange partners for variety sake during sexual festival. Ang relihiyosong pluralismo ay ang idea ng mga tao na iba't ibang grupo ng reliyon ay namumuhay at nagipag-ugnay ng sama-sama. Para sa kabutihang panlahat, ang India ay isang halimbawa ng isang pluralistikong lipunan. Sa India, ang mga relihiyosong komunidad ay hindi nagsasama-sama at kinikilala bilang hiwalay na mga entidad tungkol sa kanilang sariling mga halaga at paniniwala.